All right, y'all, this is the good news and the bad news, exactly what y'all was waiting for. So in 2014, a 30-year-old then, Elizabeth Holmes, a Stanford University dropout, was recognized as the youngest and wealthiest self-made female billionaire in the U.S. on the basis of a $9 billion, you heard that, not an M, but a B as in boy, $9 billion valuation of her company. Theranos was the company's name, according to Forbes magazine, for her revolutionized diagnosing diseases. She's now 39 and new mother of two, went before a judge this week to see if her sentencing can be delayed or her time decreased. Her company, Theranos, promised that its machine could detect conditions such as cancer and diabetes quickly without the hassle of needles, with just a few drops of blood. So in 2015, Holmes was exposed as a fake. By 2018, the company collapsed. Holmes had received over $700 million in investors. It began to unravel in 2015 when a whistleblower raised concerns about Theranos' flagship testing device, Edison. The Wall Street Journal wrote a series of damning exposing, claiming that the results were unreliable and that the firm had been using commercial machines from another manufacturer for most of its testing. So she basically said, here's a machine that we use that she created, but it was really from someone else. And it wasn't working.
So she played herself twice.
That's what they're saying. So in 2018, she pleaded not guilty, but was convicted of a jury in California on 4 counts of fraud, each carrying a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. In 2022, Holmes was sentenced to 11 years and 3 months. Her business partner and lover at the time was also convicted of fraud. During the trial, she accused her ex-boyfriend and business partner, Ramesh Soni, of emotional and sexual abuse at the time of the alleged crimes and impairing her mental state. So basically, she's in court now. So if you heard of this woman during, I think, like I said, 2015, during that time, they made a big thing about her at $9 billion. Like they said, she was smarter than Bill Gates and Steve Jobs.
And she just literally took somebody's idea, concept.
Not necessarily. She took her own concept, but used a machine that was from a manufacturer and basically said that this machine is going to do what she claimed it would. I honestly think that she was probably on the right track, and they're just going to tweak it, and now somebody else is going to come out with it. No doubt. But she's looking at 11 years in prison. Okay, next one. Minnesota regulators said Thursday they are monitoring the cleanup of a leak of 400,000 gallons of radioactive water from Xcel's energy Monticello nuclear power plant. Did y'all hear about this?
No, I didn't hear about that.
The company says that it's no danger to the public, that the leak was first detected in November of last year. So in November of 2022 is when they first noticed it. But 400,000 gallons of radioactive into water, and you talking about this is not okay. While Xcel reported that the leak of water containing tritium to federal authorities in November, the spill had not been made public until Thursday. If at any point there had been concern for public safety, we would, of course, immediately have provided more information. Chris Clark, the president of Xcel Energy in Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota, is what he told CBS. But we also wanted to make sure we fully understand what was going on before we started raising any concerns with the public around us. The Minnesota Department of Health also stated on its website that the leak did not reach the Mississippi River. So I wanted to take it upon my own self and Google this. So I Googled this, and according to Google, from a February 7, 2014, cancer is the main risk from humans ingesting tritium. When tritium decays, it spits out a low energy of electron, roughly 18,000 electron volts, that escapes and slams into the DNA, a ribosome, or some other biological important molecule. So it's the biggest thing of cancer. And they are saying that it's not a danger to the public.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
All right. 400,000 gallons of radioactive water
That's crazy.
leaked.
Can you imagine the plant life and the animals, the fish, the marine life,
Ground.
the ground?
Then
yeah.
we get corn and
crazy.
kale and spinach and anything else that comes from underneath. Potatoes, like,
It's nuts.
right?
Nuts.
I don't know. Maybe it's me. It's crazy.
Wow.
Okay. All right, y'all. I was bad news on both, but it wasn't how it's really, really bad, though. I think it's more in
Sounds about right.
It was more an informative bad news. All right, I hope y'all stand with me. This one is more on the good news side. So in celebration and recognition of Women's Month, we salute 40-year-old Joanna McClinton of Philadelphia as the first woman to become House Speaker. McClinton's
First black woman.
First black woman. Yes.
black woman.
Only reason I preference black because we're all black is one, it's Women's Month, but
Yeah.
two, at the same time, we tired of saying black. It feels like it's our
That's
token to while we're in our
That's-
seat.
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. I agree with you 100%.
So it's almost
and I
like-
believe that you're right. The only thing is, I do want to give the nod to y'all, though. I want to get a
Absolutely.
nod that it's y'all. It's the melanin that was in there, the black women and the little girls who might be looking up to that. You know?
As you as a black
sure.
man, you have two oppressions.
Yeah.
We have three.
Right.
We're black, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're a woman, right? And what's the third one? It's three.
You too. You brought it up.
We're human. I don't know. It's the third one though. I used to know the third one.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
somebody watching won't tell you.
Yeah.
For sure. Let me
Yeah.
see. You just got comment.
All
Let's see
right.
if somebody
That's,
can.
all right.
Yeah,
let
no
me
doubt.
let me finish. All right. See, you got me going all off.
Go ahead.
All right. So getting back to McClinton. McClinton, an 8-year Democrat member from Philadelphia, got 102 votes for Speaker. The only other lawmaker nominated for the job was State Rep Carl Metzger of Somerset, who got 99 votes. McClinton is an ordained minister and a lawyer who was raised by a single parent. Ms. McClinton is the second black lawmaker to lead the chamber following K. Leroy Ivers of Pittsburgh, who was the first elected speaker in 1977 and served almost 8 years over 2 stints in the job. Ms. McClinton said she was so grateful for all who have come before her, and she mentioned Mr. Ivers and Rosita Youngblood, another Philadelphia Democrat who was the first black woman to hold a House leadership post. So again, in honor of Women's Month, we salute you, Miss McClinton, Miss Joanna McClinton.
Shout out to Miss Joanna McClinton. When I tell you that, I mean, another nod to the melanin. Another nod to the, the black women out there who are making some moves, man. You're talking about, and hold on, was there ever a black male speaker? No,
Yes.
it was.
Yeah.
It was. I missed that.
I believe so. Don't give me this.
Okay.
I think it was.
I was about to say, because I was like, she can, that you can say, if she was the first, you could say the first black person, period, to ever be the Speaker of the House. I don't remember.
Okay. And remember, I wanted to know what my third was?
Okay, go ahead.
It just came to me.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we get oppressed because we're black.
Right.
We get oppressed because we're a woman.
Right.
But then we also take the backseat of being a woman from a white woman.
That's true too. Yeah, for sure,
Right?
for sure.
I think that was the third one.
Backseat of women, white women and white men.
Yeah,
Right.
I think Malcolm X said it best, Yeah, it's a shame that that's still
Yeah. Undervalued. Mm-hmm.
I think, but yeah, no, that's real. I mean,
unprotected, disrespected.
Mm-hmm. Undervalued. Yeah. Yeah. But I couldn't remember it, so.
no, it's all good because, I mean, even believe it or not, when we talk equity and we talk diversity, and you say, black men, white women and black women, believe it or not, white women are even before black men when it comes to even pay and all of that. So when we truly talk diversity and equity, we have to really have that conversation when we saying that, there's so many people who are being marginalized, and they need the equal pay. And so white women and black women don't necessarily fall in line when it comes to equal pay, because I believe what's her name, Monique, had an issue with that with her white counterparts.
Yeah.
Right. Even outside of the men, but some of the white women was getting paid like millions and millions and millions more.
Amy Schumer.
Yeah, Amy Schumer, something like that. Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
that was an issue, and so we just had to, equalize this thing, make it more equitable. See how we can, say that we're all here, we're all doing our due diligence, we're all working, we're all doing our jobs. So let's get paid. Our just due. Pay your fare.
Yeah.
Pay your fare, no doubt.
Pay
All
your
right.
fare. All right. Well, that was your good news and your bad news by Classy Lady Sparkle.
That was your good news and bad news by Classy Lady Sparkle. I'm your boy Charles Gregory with the beautiful
Lauren Sizzle.
and the beautiful.
Classy Lady Sparkle.
And we'll be right back. I don't want y'all to go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to have a dynamic interview. This is going to be an interview-packed episode.